Welcome back to the On TV studios. I'm pleased to be joined by a very familiar head coach here in Sault Ste. Marie, Mike Hall. We all know him from the former Great North Midget League Sault North Stars, but now he's about to enter his second year as head coach of the Sault College Cougars hockey team. Mike, great to have you in the studio today.
Great, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so last year was your inaugural season in the ACHA Division III Hockey League, and you finished off with a record of 12 wins, 1 loss, and 2 overtime losses. Talk about how the season went for you last year and your first year as Cougars head coach.
Well, I think the biggest thing is when we first came in was changing the culture at the college. It was no longer acceptable to accept losing. And the other big focus that we made was we actually brought in some hockey people, and we've actively pursued players. It's not like we wait outside residents to see who comes in with hockey sticks. We're actually out recruiting on a daily basis, and bringing Marquis Bear on board has made a huge difference in that area.
And heading into next season, you guys decide to name Ryan Vendramin as your team captain. He also led you guys in scoring last year with 35 goals and 59 points in 13 games. And he also led you guys in power play goals with 5 and game-winning goals with 4. Just talk about his play last season and your decision to name him captain for the upcoming season.
Ryan's an exceptional hockey player. He sees the ice extremely well, handles the puck extremely well. Our biggest decision was on Ryan's leadership is making sure that he has the things that we require of him as captain. The biggest thing is the leadership piece. Ryan's kind of a quiet guy and leads by example, but obviously with the numbers that he puts up some pretty big numbers each and every game. Ryan's a real competitor, so that was the main reason that we had selected him as captain this year.
And this was a player that you actually coached during your years with the Sault North Stars. He played under you from 2011 to 2013, won back-to-back championships. How did it feel to be reunited with him again this past season?
Well, that's the interesting part. Basically when I got out of coaching the North Stars or whatever, I was taking a break for a while, then coming back, you're coaching some of these same kids that you had when they were 15, 16, 17. Now, obviously, they're young men, and our oldest player that played for us last year was 27. Our youngest player was 18. So there's quite a range of kids. Our biggest thing is to actively pursue players, and we've done that this year. We've been very successful in doing that. The other big change that we've made since we've started in the ACHA is we've actually hired a scouting staff. We have 1 scout in Southern Ontario, 1 locally here, 1 in Thunder Bay, and 1 in Florida. So that is going to make a huge difference down the road too.
And another thing about Ryan Vendramin, he just got rewarded this summer. It was announced that he's been named to take part for Team ACHA at the Summer Hockey Showcase, which is happening next month in Russia. And he's going to be the only Canadian player on that roster. Talk about that reward for him.
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome experience for Ryan. He leaves Labor Day weekend to go to Utica. They do a 4-day training camp. And then in early October, they head over to Russia for a week to play some Russian teams over there. It's a quite exciting reward for Ryan. He's worked hard at his hockey. He continues to work hard at his hockey on and off the ice. So I just think it's a great thing, and it's a great thing for future players maybe coming to play at the college, that this is something that the ACHA does above and beyond.
And this summer, you've had a lot of success getting NOJHL graduates to come and play for the Cougars. And 2 of those players are Max and Stephen Call, the Call brothers that played together for 3 seasons with the Blind River Beavers. They're both going to be taking the Police Foundations program this fall at Sault College. Talk about what it's like to get those players on your team. And Max, not to mention, top scorer for the Beavers last season.
Yeah, we're quite excited. We had a spring skate, and Max played extremely well with Austin Rowe, another player from the NOJHL, and Ryan Vendramin. So we're quite excited to have Max and Stephen join us from the NOJHL, and also Mark Tassone has come from the Thunderbirds from the NOJHL, and that's been our main focus, is kids in the NOJHL that are finished playing their careers in the NOJHL. Certainly, we don't want to disrupt any NOJHL's teams, but in some cases, kids are still have some eligibility left, but they're ready to start their college careers. So we just see it as a natural progression to play in the NOJHL and then come to the college and finish out playing their hockey.
And that player that you mentioned, Austin Rowe, last season he started the season with the Cougars. He had 9 goals, 21 points in his first 5 games played with you guys, and he also finished in the team lead with shorthanded goals with 2. He leaves you guys to go play with the Sioux Eagles, and now this summer he commits to come back with you. How's it like to have him back?
Yeah, it was kind of a unique situation because we were a first-year program. We didn't qualify for regionals or nationals. This year we will. So at that point, Austin wanted to continue playing at a competitive level. So we certainly encouraged Austin. He went and signed with the Eagles, and we released him. And we're extremely excited that he's coming back. So we've got some of the top players coming out of the NOJHL that are coming to the Cougars. So I think we're going to have a real exciting brand of hockey to offer people in Sault Ste. Marie.
We'll be right back with more right after this.